For years, I thrived in the high-pressure business world, but the workaholic life finally caught up with me. I was 35, very overweight, in chronic pain with severe mobility issues, terrible diet, no exercise. My health was a complete wreck. Then I went to a gentle yoga class and felt truly relaxed. The stress just melted away. I went from a size 18 to a size 8. I stopped getting sick. Pain disappeared. I learned to open my heart and I felt happy for the first time in years. So I said goodbye to the business world and started teaching. Yoga doesn't have to be strenuous. The easiest movements can trigger major release of chronic symptoms, no matter your age.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hello, I'm Deborah Devine, and that was my story. An unhealthy lifestyle included an unhealthy diet and a negative mind. And those things resulted in a toxic physical state. But then I found gentle yoga. It's the ultimate detox solution, along with a balanced diet heavy on fruits and vegetables. Today, I'm sharing a very simple yoga sequence to help detoxify your hearts, minds, bodies, and souls. First, we'll work on the floor with the spine to increase oxygen intake. Then, standing poses will heat up our bodies before we get on the ground again to wring out the belly organs. Do the whole series, or if you're busy, just 1 or 2 poses will help you feel cleaner. Let's start the healing. Joining us today, Susan. Hi, Susan. Susan's been dealing with some digestive issues. And Lynette. Hi, Lynette. Lynette is experimenting with different detox strategies. Let's begin with a warm-up. Up Apanasana. Down on the mat, on our backs. Use your arms to help you come down. Knees are bent. Now, we'll inhale the arms back, and then we'll exhale, bring one knee in toward the belly. Then we inhale and let the arms and leg come long, and then we exhale the opposite leg up. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, squeezing the leg in towards the belly. Slow down the breaths and slow down the movements. When we're detoxing, the digestive tract needs to be cleaned out. Apanasana is an excellent way to get the digestive organs operating at optimum capacity. We are moving a lot of energy in the digestive tract right now. These movements are actually stimulating the colon. When we're working with the right leg, we're stimulating the ascending colon, which is moving waste products through. And then when we are working with the left leg, we're working with the descending colon. And this is right before everything makes its final exit. We're taking food and we're assimilating all of the nutrients, and then everything that's left over could be stuck to the sides of the colon. So these movements are wonderful to help stimulate the colon, release and move waste products, and make room for fresh prana. Now, let's come back to knees bent, feet on the floor, and then we'll roll over and take the top arm hand, press it down, come up on the opposite elbow and forearm, and then press our way up. That's a wonderful way to protect the low back when we're coming up off of the floor. We're moving into lion's pose now. Coming up onto all fours. The lion's pose is a wonderful way to detox emotions. When we were doing Apanasana, we were moving a lot of energy in the belly, and we have a lot of stored emotions here too. So lion's pose is a wonderful way to help that process. We can turn the toe pads underneath and then sit the sit bones closer to the heels. Plant the hands down, spreading the fingers nice and wide. And then we're going to exhale strongly in lion's pose. Let me show you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, we've stirred up a lot of prana in the belly. Negative emotions coming up here in lion's pose. Take your yoga journal. Spend a few moments at the break writing down what emotions you were releasing. It's a wonderfully cathartic exercise in a detox process to be writing these things down. Please continue with lion's pose and journaling, and when we come back, we'll have more solutions for detoxing. Inhale, exhale.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to visiontv.ca/healing-yoga. Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hi, my name's Susan. I'm 56 years old, and I've had digestive issues off and on over the past few years. I've found that one of the ways to help cope with these, aside from a healthy lifestyle and drinking lots of water, is also to practice yoga. Even something as simple as just turning one hip to the wall and then pressing my hands against it in a twist is something I can do anytime during the day, and that will help relieve some of the discomfort and perhaps the bloating feeling that I might have. I find that stress plays a large role in how I feel each day. So by doing a lot of rotations and focusing on breathing, that makes a huge difference.
Welcome back. In today's episode, we're working with yoga solutions for detoxing. Susan, you mentioned about your digestive issues. Are there triggers that happen?
Yes, I find that too many raw vegetables can sometimes cause bloating and discomfort. So I find that twisting and rotations and drinking a lot of water makes a difference.
Wow, that's great. For me, in my digestive disturbances, I find that there are a lot of emotional triggers for me. These half sun salutes that we're going to be doing next are going to be fantastic to move a lot of prana and energy. Let's come to Tadasana. Feet are about hip width apart. Coming back onto the heels, a little micro bend in the knees. Energize the legs, energize the glutes and the whole pelvic girdle. Hands come to heart center. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This will be our last in-breath before we go into the half sun salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, come back on the heels, energize the legs. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, take the sit bones back, let the hands come down and the head come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up again. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling, out and up. Exhaling, forward fold. Bend the knees to protect the hamstrings. Let the pelvis come up and over the heads of the femurs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press down into the feet, energize the legs, and rise on the in-breath. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we've warmed up the body and started to get the prana moving. We're going to move into some stronger poses now. Take the left foot forward and let the right foot come back. Let the heel come back a little bit further than the toes. Just check and see if the heel makes a line to the inner arch of the back foot. And if not, you can just adjust yourself. Make sure that you feel nice and stable here. And then we're going to energize the legs, squeeze the glutes, take the front knee toward the baby toe side of the foot and experience this nice vertical shin. Let's breathe deeply into the legs and feel the muscles really hugging bones. Take the sit bones together, squeeze the glutes, press down into the feet and lift the heart. Inhale the arms up and then take your gaze over the front arm. Pressing down with the feet, lifting the heart, draw the shoulder blades down the back and broaden through the collarbones. Spread the fingers nice and wide. This warrior pose is excellent for creating heat in the body as well as determination in the mind. When you're going through a detox process, there are so many temptations, but we're in warrior here to fight the good fight. Now we're going to draw the shoulder blades down the back, broaden through the collarbones, take the gaze back over the back arm. We're moving a lot of energy in the base of the throat with these movements of the head and the neck. This is the home of the fifth chakra. This is the energy center that's responsible for detoxification and purification. Long, slow, smooth, and complete in and out breaths. Engage the ujjayi breath, the victorious breath if you like, that slight constriction at the base of the throat. Then turn the gaze back to center and then draw the shoulder blades down the back and lift the gaze. Open the front of the throat and press down with the feet. Energize the legs. Then we come back to center. Draw the chin down toward the jugular notch as you lengthen the back of the neck. Long, slow, smooth in breath. Long, slow, smooth out breath. Come back to center. Straighten the front knee. Turn the toes forward. And rest. Please continue with warrior variations. And when we come back, we'll have more yoga solutions for detoxification. Right foot moves over to the opposite way. The back heel goes back. Bend the knee over to the baby toe side of the foot and press down into the heel of the front foot.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to visiontv.ca/healing-yoga. Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hi, my name is Lynette. I am 66, almost 67. And I've always heard that to do detoxing regularly is good for your system, good for your health. I have experimented with various forms of detox, including saunas, steam rooms. I've had, the 7-day detox using the tablets that are available. But I've never heard of yoga as a form of detox. So I'm hoping to learn something new, because it's something I can do at home on my own without having to purchase tablets or go to join a gym and go to the sauna or the steam room. So I'm looking forward to this session.
Welcome back. In today's episode, we're dealing with yoga solutions for detoxification. Lynette, you look so wonderful. It's hard to believe that you are in your late 60s. And I'm wondering why you feel that you need to detox right now.
It's just part of my healthy regimen. Detox is just another facet of, the routine that I go through to keep healthy.
Well, clearly it's working wonders. These next poses are going to be absolutely wonderful for detoxing. Side bends. Let's come down to the mat, and we'll get a bolster set up widthwise on the mat. We're taking our hip right up to the long edge of the bolster. Bottom knee is bent, creating a nice foundation, and the top leg is long. We're going to drape ourselves over the bolster and let the top arm come up and over. Long, slow, smooth in breath. Long, slow, smooth and complete out breath here. Just feel how much more space is being created in the side waist. Then we're going to energize that top leg, press the heel away, and spread the toes. Hug muscle to bone in the whole top leg. Moving the leg out of the hip socket. Moving the ribs away from each other, up in the opposite direction of the hips. Open the armpit. Pull on the top wrist with the bottom arm and resist with the arm against the pulling of the hand. Long, slow, smooth, and complete out breaths, pausing there for just a moment, feeling that wonderful sense of peace and stillness there. Inhaling, letting the breath fill you and expand the lungs, opening the side ribs like the handles on a pail. On the right side, we're dealing with the ascending colon, the liver, the gallbladder. We're getting lots of space in here and moving a lot of lymphatic fluid. Then we let the top arm come down and we use the top hand to help us come up. Use the upper body strength to help you come out of the pose. Then we'll go to the opposite side. Bring the bolster over to the opposite edge. Bottom knee bent, top leg long. Inhale and let yourself be draped over the bolster. Let the arm come up and over. Let's see if we can move the bottom arm back and take the head and the neck and open things up a little bit more at the base of the throat in the 5th chakra, Vishuddha, purification. This is a wonderful way of detoxing the whole abdomen. We're dealing with the descending colon on this side, the stomach, and the spleen, getting lots of fresh prana in here with these movements. Now we're going to come back up again for a prone twist now. Just give yourself a moment before we move into the next pose to feel how wonderful your midsection is right now. We've moved out a lot of negative emotions. We've moved out a lot of toxins. And now we're going to lie down on our back. And we're going to keep the bolster on standby. The bolster is going to be supporting the lower legs. Then one leg comes up. The other leg comes up. And then we roll onto the opposite hip. Let the arms come out into a T. Let your gaze go in the opposite direction of your knees. These twists are excellent for wringing out toxins out of the belly. We're also wringing out toxins that are stuck in the low back, in the middle back, in the upper back. Our lymphatic system does not have a pump, so we need to move our bodies in order to move the lymph and carry away waste products from different parts of the body. When we're stuck sitting or when we're not moving very much, these toxins make us feel heavy and dull. These twists are the antidote for that. We're also dealing with emotions when we're in our twists. We feel a lot of emotions in the belly, so we're using the breath to exhale completely and remove all of the negativity. The in-breaths are bringing fresh blood, fresh oxygen, fresh prana, fresh energy into our bodies. Now let's go to the opposite side. One leg comes up, other leg comes up. We let the feet come down. We move the bolster to the opposite side. And then one leg comes up again, opposite leg comes up. We roll over onto the opposite hip, supporting the lower legs and the knees. Let the arms come out into a T and take your gaze into the opposite direction. Twists are essential in a detoxification process. Please continue to enjoy these twists and then journal. Spend a few moments to find out what's coming up for you. This is a wonderfully cathartic experience to be writing these negative emotions down and being done with them. That frees up a lot of space and gives you a sense of lightness deep in the belly. We'll be back in a few moments with more yoga solutions for detoxification.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems. For more yoga, go to visiontv.ca/healing-yoga. Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Take a tablespoon of coconut oil and pull the oil through the mouth and teeth upon awakening for 10 to 15 minutes. Then, eliminate the oil and rinse your mouth thoroughly. This is a great detox.
Welcome back. In today's episode, we've been dealing with yoga solutions for detoxification. We've been heating up the body. We've been wringing out the belly. We've been stimulating the fifth chakra, our chakra of purification, and we're going to continue on with that vein now. You should be feeling very refreshed by now. We're coming down for bridge and shoulder stand. Come on to the back. Knees bent. Take the shoulder blades down the back, one at a time, and feel the shoulder shelf broadening. You can hang on to the edges of the mat with your hands, or you can let your fingers rest on the ground. The heels are out and the toes are in. The feet are just a little bit wider than hip width. Now we've got this inner spiral of the upper leg bones that's going to protect the low back. Press down into the feet, keep the knees and the hips in alignment, and lift the pelvis. Lifting the pubis symphysis and the hip points. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings, and squeeze the low back. Long, slow, smooth in-breaths and long, slow, smooth, and complete out-breaths. Energize the legs, lengthen the front of the hips. And then we're going to come down vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. The bridge pose is a wonderful way to stimulate the fifth chakra. Let's go up one more time, pressing down into the feet, energizing the legs, keeping the knees and the hips in a line. Do you see how we're creating this wonderful line? Prana and energy is floating down and resting in the base of the throat. If you'd like to draw your shoulder blades under the back and interlace your fingers, that might be a wonderful opportunity to get a little bit deeper stretch through the front of the heart. Bridge is an excellent detoxification pose. We're getting lots of action in the lower body, and we're moving a lot of prana into the upper body. This pooling of prana in the base of the throat is excellent for establishing a faster metabolism. It's excellent for burning off wastes and toxins, and it's also wonderful to give us a little bit of peace in our minds. Energizing the legs, knees and hips are in alignment, and then exhaling vertebra by vertebra, coming down, and then letting one leg come long, let the other leg come long, take the arms away from the ribs and rest. Reach for the bolster and see if you can place it underneath the knees. Take the shoulder blades down the back one at a time and broaden through the collarbones. In Savasana, Sometimes emotions that have been long repressed come up. That's why having a yoga journal is a wonderful idea. It's a very detoxifying process to write down emotions that are coming up that are no longer serving you. When we go through the writing process, that can also help us tap into some creativity about solving problems that we're having that are causing these negative emotions. When we're detoxifying the body, we're also detoxifying the mind. Let Savasana rest your whole body and feel your brain coming back, sinking toward the back part of the skull. Allow any negative emotions to just drop down into the ground. Take a long, slow, smooth in-breath, breathing in light and spaciousness everywhere throughout the body and the face and the brain. Exhaling the last remnants of tension, the last remnants of holding. Exhaling any old thoughts that are no longer serving you. Rest deeply here for at least another 15 minutes, and we'll see you again next time on Healing Yoga. Namaste.